Hey guys, Mount Vernon Kidder back again. How's everybody doing out there? Welcome back to the Speed Force. We entered the Speed Force once again, and I'm here to give my thoughts on the mid-season finale of The Flash. Uh, and still, you can see that this still is building up basically towards Legends of Tomorrow, especially in this episode as well. Uh, This episode had the return of Mark Hamill as the Trickster, which was great. It's always good to see Mark Hamill. Of course, we had my favorite Flash villain has always been my favorite of the Flash's rogues, Captain Cold, and of course, Weather Wizard came back. Um, Not bad for a season finale, mid-season finale, but basically the biggest thing is going on is the fact that we enter seeing Zoom actually is chasing Earth 2 Wells, and uh, he grabs Wells and just gives this just eerie Merry Christmas. And Tony Todd's voice is just creepy when you hear it. And but we get a little bit more gist of what's going on between Wells and Zoom. Also, with the fact that Weather Wizard has come back. This means now Patty is now has pretty much gone all Rambo, looking to avenge her father's death, which played a big part in this as well. And we also get more of with Iris and the secret she's been carrying, with the fact that she hasn't told her father, Joe, that he has a son out there that he doesn't know, and she has a brother. Yes, well, for all those who don't remember, in this world they have made Wally and Iris brother and sister instead of aunt and nephew. So we get that done, and Iris does tell her father, along with the help of Barry. Barry helps her out, and it's a very touching scene. Joe has to really digest everything he's been told, and it gets really interesting from there. In terms of the plan between Weather Wizard, Cold, and Trickster, it comes to the fact that Captain Cold doesn't want anything to do with it. He's out of jail, but it's like there's no profit in this revenge, and he does warn Barry that they're coming for you. Now, why is Weather Wizard doing this? Because of what he saw on what everything's been going on with what happened to Barry with Zoom. He was just belittled and humbled by Zoom. They looking at this as being, oh, this is our time to strike at the Flash because of the fact that he's weak, he's vulnerable. Let's get him. But unfortunately, that doesn't go as according to plan. So Trickster comes up with another idea, and he's been doing it because this also was like a holiday, is for Christmas, and he's been going around as Santa and giving kids presents, and inside the presents is bombs, and yeah, you know where that's going. Um, I love the scenes with Patty and Barry, even when he was the Flash and when he's not the Flash. You know, I was a little scared that Barry was going to reveal himself again, which they've been doing throughout this entire season. Like Barry's revealed himself like a couple of times, and I thought this was going to be another of the ladies in his life he was going to reveal himself to, but I was sadly wrong. I'm kind of glad I was wrong. Uh, but he did kind of give her some advice about revenge, and the whole routine about revenge. It you if you get revenge, it's not necessarily going to give closure to it. It's more of it's just going to keep feeding and angering you more. So we get to see that as well. The plan, uh, between the Weather Wizard and Barry and the Trickster was interesting because Barry once he found out what Trickster did, Barry had to just take it and wasn't with her, just pretty much just beat up on him. So that was interesting as well. But until, with the help of Cisco, Jay, it was great to see Jay as always, and Dr. Wells, they were able to pinpoint and use the breaches to get suck up all the bombs in Central City that all the kids have and save the day. When Barry can just do his thing, and then that was about it. It was fun. Um, there's a scene between Wells seeing Jesse Quick again, which was and very sad because she's like, Dad, don't let him take me again. I won't let him take. Zoop, and she's gone. And that is where we get the notion of what Zoom wants for Wells. Basically, what Zoom wants is, especially at the end, we get more of it, and um, I'll get to the ending in a little bit. But then there's this big, scene with the Wells, the West family, and everybody just having a good time, enjoying Christmas and things like that. Yule time, good stuff. And there's a knock at the door, and knock, knock, knock. Enter Wally West for the first time. Wally makes his debut, and Joe and Iris are, it was a good moment. It was a good moment, and they actually invited him in. He was gonna leave, but they said come on in. But in terms of the cliffhanger ending, was we get the real deal of what Zoom wants with Flash, and basically think as Flash as being a turkey. You stuff the turkey, right? You're stuffing him up, or if anything, look at it as being a live animal, but you're getting ready to pow. You're stuffing it, making it bigger and fatter. Basically, Zoom wants Barry to soak up all a lot of the Speed Force, so when he kills Barry and absorbs, basically he'll have all of the power, things like that. Typical maniacal villainous thing, but we still don't get to see who Dr. Zoom is, and but we do get a good glimpse of his eyes. Like it's just black, and that's kind of the scary part about it. Now I know I have good friends, like my good friend Brandon Hex. I can understand where Hex you're coming from with the whole, the major villain is another speedster. I can understand that. But it's still pretty good. And Hex, you're not the only one that said that to me. I've heard a couple other my good friends say that too. But the I think one of the other key good moments in this is that Barry has kind of forgiven Wells, even though it's Earth 2 Wells he's kind of talking to, but he is kind of stating it to us, the viewers. He's kind of talking to the Dr. Wells, Avon Thawne. So yeah, it was kind of interesting as well. But this was a interesting uh, mid-season because it wasn't no big cliffhanger like bomb motion where it was like, okay, now you gotta wait till January for the rest of the half of the season to come. No, this felt like, okay, a little bit of a closure on certain ordeals that's been going on in this season, and now we move on to the next chapter, which plays more into what's gonna happen, I guess, with Patty and Barry. But yeah, now we just gotta wait till January 13th. January 19th, I believe. Correct me on that one, guys, and see where it goes from there. But other than that, guys, I did enjoy it. Nothing really too much to complain about, as always. But yeah, it's over. That's it. If you guys follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook, or of course, if you follow me and my team, the YouTubers Core, you'll know that either Thursday or Friday, me and another core member is going to get together and we're going to talk about the mid-season finales of some of the superhero shows. that are happening this week. And of course, we're going to do one for Supergirl next week. But other than that, guys, this is my running kid. Peace, one love, stay tuned, keep real, guys. As always, we exit the Speed Force, and I will see you guys later. Take care.